Hi, how you going? I'm Brooke Sawyer from IntellectAg and welcome to the Farm Tech Planning, Making Your Data Work For You Resource Centre. This project was delivered by Rural Edge in partnership with IntellectAg and funded by AgriFutures Australia. I hope you find these resources really valuable and supporting in relation to the content from the workshop. Okay, so if you're using an agronomist, chances are they probably have a copy of your field boundaries or a set of field boundaries in relation to your farm. Now, if this is the case, you can edit them by asking them to share the KML file with you. So you should be able to export your boundaries as either a KML or a shapefile. Now, shapefiles require a very specialized piece of software to be able to edit them, but a KML can be opened and edited just in Google Earth Pro. So if you have one of these files and you store it on the same computer that you have Google Earth Pro, just by double clicking on this, it's automatically going to open in Google Earth Pro for you. And the best part about it is it's going to direct you to that set of field boundaries. Okay, so here's the set of field boundaries for your farm, making sure that we are going true north and giving ourselves that 180-degree view that we like. So using my pan tool, I'm going to redirect myself back to this boundary. And this one here, I may want to edit, for example. So again, I can right click within the boundary and go to properties, or I can use the options on the left-hand side under my temporary places. Now initially it probably would have come to you just like this with a little Google Earth symbol. If I click on left click just on this little arrow and pan down a little bit, it will actually show me that within this file is multiple field boundaries, and it's the same sort of system as using a file type format with a folder format with multiple files underneath. So I can just click on them, right click, go to properties, and it will bring me back into this editing field boundary mode by opening up this edit place mask. So I can change the style and the color, I can increase the weight of the boundary or decrease the weight. I can change the color to white or yellow or green, but I'm just going to leave it as white for editing purposes. So now I can just zoom in by using the wheel on the mouse and see how all of my dots are red, means that they're ready to be picked up and made a little tighter. So I can just pick them up, any of these, and move them to within, where I would like them to be to make them a little tighter to my boundary template that I'm using in Google Earth. Remembering that we need to work in an anti-clockwise direction when we are adding additional vertices. So I'm going to need some more vertices along here to be able to follow this creek line. So I'm going to click the one furthest to my right and then work in an anti-clockwise direction, just using the little crosshairs and my mouse to add in additional points. That's going to make my boundary a lot more accurate. Okay, so once you've finished editing this entire boundary, you can either save it as a separate name, but if you know that you want to return them to somebody else, I would keep them the same name and just click OK, and it will override that existing boundary within that folder. So then that way, if you want to share that folder again back to the original source, say to your agronomist, you can just right click on this, go save place as, calling it the same name or Darby's Island KML, and we could just call it edited, just so your agronomist knows the difference. Hit save, and then you can just attach that to an email and resend it back to them. As you will have seen, even my edited version is only 4 kilobytes, so they're really small files to work with, and it's easy to email them. Hope that was helpful to you, and hopefully you've worked out that editing boundaries is not overly difficult, and it is good practice to try and have them as accurate as possible using imagery as a background. Thanks for your time. Bye.